Is this the best new car pack in Assetto Corsa? In case you couldn't tell, I am really bad at the whole BS YouTube persona, but I do have a new car pack that you should definitely try. Team Swarm. A few months back, I was asked to beta test this pack, and on first drive, it felt pretty good, but my main feedback was that the cars were a little too snappy and wanted to rotate too much on transition. To their credit, they took that to heart and made some adjustments to the tire model, so here's my review on their official public release. When reviewing this pack, the first comparison that came to mind was Gravy Garage. If you're not familiar, Gravy is currently one of the most popular car packs on Assetto Corsa, and it's one of my personal favorites for throwing down chill tandems with friends. Gravy cars are super predictable and relatively easy to drive when in drift, which is why people continue to stick with them even though they're on the older side at this point. The flip side to Gravy is that they do a bunch of weird stuff at low speed, from severe bogging to the infamous Gravy Garage crab walk, so that's where Team Swarm comes in. I would venture to say that these Swarm cars are a grown-up and more refined version of Gravy Garage, mixed with some characteristics from other packs like N-Style. First of all, they drive like a real car at all speeds, not just in drift. But once you get them in drift, the handling is super smooth and super predictable. The footage I'm pairing with this video is on a tighter and more technical track, so the tandems probably don't look as smooth, but take my word for it, tandems flow really well with these cars. There also seems to be a noticeable difference in handling between cars, especially with them having different power bands. As a result, it makes for a fun challenge swapping out to something else mid-session and having to make adjustments to drive a car with turbo lag, for example, after you've been driving a torquey V8. Similarly, if you're driving a car with a big turbo and following someone with a V8, you need to change up your approach to account for differences in driving characteristics to both keep up and to avoid caving in their door in transitions. So it's really nice to have that variability from a realism standpoint. There are also a ton of tuning options which you can use to adjust the handling characteristics to your preference, and the two tire sets offer a pretty significant difference in driving experience depending on the level of grip you're looking for. Both sets feel good, but my personal favorite is the MTR20, which are the grippier tire set, and I think offer a little more consistency versus the tandem tires. As far as the actual cars go, I find myself mainly driving the RBS13, bunch of turbo lag on that one, so you need to keep the revs up and dump the clutch a bunch on tight tracks, but otherwise I think it is my favorite handling car. Then of course, any car pack that has a Mark III Supra also immediately gets bonus points as far as I'm concerned, but kidding aside, this pack is awesome, and I think right now it is my favorite in the game. I was running with some friends the other night who I also drift with in real life, and there was a pretty solid consensus that this is our favorite new car pack on Assetto Corsa. If you haven't already, download these cars and give them a shot. Would love to see some Swarm servers start to blow up, and I feel like I've made the same plea before in previous reviews, but I think Swarm really has a chance to be the next big car pack in Assetto Corsa. Anyway, this was just a quick video. For anyone else who's tried Swarm, let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Please consider commenting, liking, and subscribing, as that helps the channel probably more than you realize. If you want to help the channel more directly, maybe consider buying one of these super cool vinyls from the janky shop. Otherwise, I guess, just watch some more videos.